We'll be looking at places that have suffered as a result of their tourist popularity for this list. As a result, COVID-19 has muddled the tourism narrative. All of the destinations on our list have worked hard to make tourism more sustainable. Boracay Island, Philippines. This Philippine island's recent history has been quite the roller coaster. It was once thought to be paradise on earth, an exquisite retreat to rival the world's most gorgeous beach locations. When the secret was revealed, however, it quickly became swamped with tourists. As a result, Boracay Island was closed to tourists for 6 months in 2018. This period was spent repairing infrastructure, cleaning up the area, and starting the ecological recovery process. In October of 2018, the island reopened. Its new rules, particularly the visitor cap after COVID's consequences, have made it a model for sustainable tourism. Machu Picchu. When a long-dead culture leaves anything so magnificent behind, it's only logical that everyone on the planet is interested in seeing it. This Inca citadel, perched atop a mountain in Peru's eastern Cordillera, has been dubbed one of the world's new 7 wonders. Machu Picchu's fame has unfortunately hastened its demise. All historical sites decayed with time, and this is documented. However, the tremendous foot traffic from guests has amplified the cultural loss that is so frequent with over-tourism. Machu Picchu was being destroyed by our obsession with it. Fortunately, the Peruvian government has taken steps to safeguard the site by imposing severe limits on the number of visitors allowed at any given moment. In addition, there are ongoing initiatives to preserve and restore the structures in a more environmentally friendly manner. Machu Picchu will, hopefully, live on to inspire future generations of tourists. Santorini, Greece. It's hard to believe, but this lovely Greek island was formerly considered a peaceful hideaway for international travelers. However, over the last 2 decades, it has arguably become the most popular Greek island, having a significant impact on the island's lifestyle, culture, and quality of life. The local population is vastly outnumbered. The once distinct and authentic ambience has been sullied by an influx of tourist-oriented companies and events. At some times of the day, the villages around here in Fira can feel like an amusement park, with lines forming for no apparent reason. However, passing across a narrow section of the street center is pretty simple. There's no way out for Ronnie's economy, which has become dangerously entwined with tourism. Faroe Islands. As travelers increasingly seek out unique, original, and isolated experiences, the best approach to avoid over-tourism is to start planning for it as soon as you see your travel sector taking off. This autonomous part of Denmark has often garnered comparisons to Iceland, and in recent years, word of mouth has prompted the number of international tourists to rise several times over. In order to protect the Faroe Islands' natural beauty and integrity, every year, the entire place is closed for 1 weekend. With the exception of tiny volunteer labor who come to help clean and work on infrastructure, the borders remain closed to all visitors. Dubrovnik, Croatia. The fact that this city was used as a filming location for Game of Thrones was attributed to bringing in a large number of tourists a few years ago. Despite the fact that the popular series has come and gone, Dubrovnik is becoming increasingly well-known. Given the city's spectacular architecture, Mediterranean climate, seaside views, and rich local culture, Dubrovnik is frequently used as a case study for over-tourism by travel experts. It's easy to see why it's remained so popular for so long. The first step is to limit the number of cruise ships to that port, which will reduce the number of day trippers. There has also been a ban on new outside dining eateries and a crackdown on souvenir stands in order to preserve the city's original flavor. Iceland. While Iceland was far from the first location to be impacted by over-tourism, it has become synonymous with the concept since the phrase was created. With a population of just over 355,000 people and plenty of lands to spare, the rustic natural beauty, different landscapes, and geothermal activity, on the other hand, have drawn visitors from all over the world, to the detriment of both the local culture and the ecology. A 6-to-1 tourist-to-resident ratio has had an impact on everything from local livelihoods to housing, as well as driving locals away from their own natural wonders. Following a long hiatus from tourism because of the COVID-19 pandemic, Iceland is striving to restart its tourism business. The idea was to create targeted advertising that encouraged people to take longer vacations and see more of the nation instead of simply the highlights. At the same time, infrastructure and environmental protection will receive more funding. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam, the Netherlands capital, has long been a popular destination for bachelor parties and younger visitors. making it something of a mythological destination for partygoers. Locals, on the other hand, are sick of this reputation and the types of tourists it draws, especially in such large numbers. As a result, the city and country are employing a multifaceted strategy to improve Amsterdam's public image. There is a concentrated attempt in tourist promotions to transfer focus to other sections of the country, in order to spread tourists across a wider range of Dutch destinations. Within the city limits of Amsterdam, the city has outlawed tours of the red light area, increased the tourism levy, and enacted more harsh fines for minor violations popular among tourists, such as littering. The idea is to encourage a more courteous environment and reduce crowds. Madrid, Spain. Spain is a stunning and diverse country with plenty to see and do. As a result, it's a shame that so many travelers seem to congregate in the same few places, such as Granada, New York, and Barcelona, the latter of which welcomed a record-breaking 9.5 million overnight visitors in 2019. That doesn't account for the day trips that depart from cruise ships every day during peak season. Barcelona is a city where the inhabitants have been pushed to breaking point. The government is enacting regulations to aid in the fight against excessive tourism. As travel opens up again, it will be interesting to see how the city balances the economic need for tourism with the well-being of residents. Legislation has already been put in place, limiting new hotels and regulating short-term rentals. There have also been efforts to limit cruise ships. Italy. Few places have been hit worse or for longer by over-tourism than this famed Italian city. Venice is without a doubt one of the most beautiful, historically significant, and unique cities on the planet. Its appeal is understandable. However, the city's popularity has come at the expense of everything that makes it unique. Tourist traps aren't uncommon in the United States. They're the standard. The small streets are so congested that taking in the sights is nearly difficult. Over-tourism has caused immeasurable damage to the city, both culturally and in terms of infrastructure. Local officials have taken a multi-pronged effort to reduce the harm caused by the 20 to 30 million visitors that come each year. For starters, they want to reduce the number of tourists by limiting the capacity of cruise ships. An entrance tax is planned to go into force in 2022, and half of the definitions state that it should restore respect for the city while also embracing technology to fight the war on over-tourism. Furnaces even built up a command center to track tourist movements in order to improve how they handle tourism in the future. Thailand? If you want the visitors to leave, or there's really no other way to put it, shut it down for months. That's exactly what occurred at Maya Bay Beach, a world-famous beach. And this was before the phrase COVID-19 was coined. The local ecosystem has suffered greatly as a result of tourism. In 2019, the entire center of the PP Marine National Park was closed to the public. The tentative date for the reopening of Maya Bay Beach was scheduled for June 2021, but that was in the year 2019. As a result, the date has yet to be determined. In the aftermath of the epidemic, there was the consideration of reopening early to attract tourists. However, the local administration continues to place a high priority on the area's environmental recovery. According to previous reports, even if Maya Bay reopens, the number of visitors will be carefully limited to around 370 people at a time, despite the fact that it used to attract around 5,000 people every day. This is a significant rebuke against excessive tourism. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to stay tuned to our channel so that you do not miss any of our videos in the future. Remember to comment and share the video, and leave your comments down below in the comment section. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I am sure you will love them. With that, I will see you in the next video.